Molly, can I film a video, honey? She's the star of the show now. Honey, la portița de voicița. Okay, she has decided to sit on my desk now. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye, and today's video is pretty exciting because I'm going to be trying Colourpop for the first time in a very long time. Now, I do tell a little bit of a lie because I do have Colourpop eyeliners in my collection, and I do have the Colourpop Super Shock in the shade Frog that is in my collection that I have mentioned that I love, but I haven't actually had new products from Colourpop in a very long time. I did take a break from the brand for quite a while because I felt that they weren't being inclusive and they needed to make some changes. And I feel like they have made some pretty good changes and they have really listened to consumers, and especially when it comes to inclusivity in terms of not just their products, but their actual working with Black creators and other things like that. So I am pretty happy to say that I feel comfortable buying from Colourpop now. And also something really, really exciting is that Colourpop reached out to me and wanted me to be on their PR list, which is quite mad to me. I think the fact that I have been so vocal about Colourpop and their issues in the past, and yet they still wanted to work with me and still wanted to work with a smaller creator, I feel like that is pretty damn cool, and I am really happy to say that I think they have made some really good changes. But, you know, I am glad to say that things have changed, and I am really excited to buy from Colourpop again, and also to get some goodies from them too. Like, it's still wild to me that they wanted to send me PR, and I want to say that this video is not sponsored. They're not paying me to make this video. They didn't request for me to make this video at all. I'm doing this on my own free will because I think it'll be a really fun video, and I wanted to try out these products like for the first time with y'all. And a lot of these formulas are new to me as well, so let's get into it. I know this intro was super long, but I just wanted to explain a few things. And yes, I just realized that I haven't done my base makeup, and none of the products I'm mentioning are base related, so I'm gonna go off camera real quick, do my base, and then we can try some of the products. Okay, I am back. I have done my base makeup, and if you're curious about what I used on my base, I always list everything that I'm wearing in the description box down below, so that's there if you'd like it. So let me show you real quick some of the products that I have to use, because a lot of these are like new formulas to me, and I'm really excited to try them. So we have two palettes to try out. The first one being the Of Quartz palette. I actually chose this one out myself because I don't have many cool toned neutrals in my collection. I literally don't think I have any. And this palette for some reason always called to me. I think partially because it is so unique to my collection personally. I was always tempted a little bit by the Natasha Denona Glam palette, but I didn't want to spend Natasha Denona prices if I didn't know if I was gonna like cool tone neutrals on me. And the other palette that they sent to me is the Darth Vader palette. I wasn't expecting to get this one because it is so new, but this is what it looks like on the inside. I have used it, as you can see, and I have swatched it. The pan sizes are smaller than Of Quartz. I'll put them up side by side, and I find that quite interesting that I get two cool toned like neutral palettes. I mean, I don't know if the Darth Vader one really is I mean, it could be neutral, but this is what the Darth Vader one looks like. I have only used this once before. I used the two top shades and this dark maroon at the very bottom here. And this shade right here, Stormtrooper, is actually a Super Shock shadow. I don't know if you can see the texture of it in the pan, but this is one of the squishy formulas. And the packaging is super cute as well. We got a little Darth Vader in there and a Death Star, and it's just very cute. And like I said, I think these palettes will actually pair together really nicely, and I think I'm gonna use a mix of these two palettes today. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing for my look. I also picked out the Sunnyvale Cream Gel Liner. This is a nice warm brown, and I do want to use this today, but I don't know if it's really gonna work with the cool tones. I'll try and use it, I really want to. And the final eye product I have to mention, I am so excited for this. I chose the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Ritz. Now this is stunning. I haven't even swatched it yet. Just look at that. I know that this shade is very famous, probably the most popular Super Shock shadow that Colourpop has. I do own the shade Frog from Colourpop, and I have hit pan in that one, and I absolutely love it. I love the Super Shock formula. and I'm really happy to have this one in my collection, and I thought this would pair really nicely with these two palettes as well. And the last Colourpop products that I have to mention are two lip products. So the first one is the French Kiss Glossy Lip Stain. I have mine in the shade Sugar Snap, and I love, love, love me a nice beautiful neutral gloss, and especially because this is a lip stain. Like I did have a shower, but I did swatch it last night, and it did in fact stain nicely, so I am excited about that. Probably will be using this one today. And the final product is the Colourpop Glowing Lip formula. This is kind of like their tinted lip balm formula. I have mine in the shade Indulge Me. Can we tell that I have a type when it comes to neutrals? I love brownie peach neutrals. And they're warm toned as well, so I'm a little bit nervous that these won't work with the eye look, so I do have like a backup lipstick option, but I will try to use these because I do want to try out these formulas. I actually have lip balm on right now, so let me actually wipe that off and try this on, because at least I'll be able to try it. It does have a really strong candy scent, I will say. Like, it smells like lip smackers, and I used to collect those as a child, so it brings back childhood memories, but also it's a little bit intense. This is what the shade looks like on the inside. I have only swatched this on my arm, so I haven't actually tried it on my lips, so let's give it a try. Ooh, that really is like a My Lips But Better color. Oh, pretty. It feels really nice too. It does have a very strong taste. I will say, hopefully that taste will dissipate, but I will let you know as the video goes on. But I like the color. Formula feels really nice. Taste, bit strong babes, a little bit strong. Also, I have Molly on my lap right now, so if you see the occasional like tail flicking and hear some little noises, that's her. She's being a very good girl sitting on my lap. She's been really needy recently, and you know, I'm more than happy to have her here. Now, I was gonna do like a graphic shape, kind of using these cool tones to do like a cool like cut crease liner moment, something really, really extravagant basically. But in all honesty, I have done those looks so many times recently that I'm kind of like, I wanna do something a little bit different. So I think, and by a little bit different, I mean, I wanna try a cool toned smoky eye. Now for me, this is very different because I don't really do smoky eyes all that often, especially not ones including these types of tones, so I'm gonna challenge myself and do that today. And I think I'll be able to test out as many eyeshadows as possible and the blendability and everything, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Also, let me know if you'd like to see a 3 Looks 1 palette plus review with either of these palettes, because I'm more than happy to do it, but those videos do take a long time, so if there's no demand, I won't do it. Maybe I'll do them later down the line, but if you really want to see them, I'll do them sooner. And I think I definitely want to use Ritz either on my inner corners or on my lid, because I want to do something really cool toned and smoky, maybe really blown out, really winged out, and then, oh, we can maybe use like a pop of like the red shade, I Am the Master. Is it I Am the Master? Yes. We could use a bit of that shade as well. Ooh, I'm really excited. And I haven't tried Colourpop's eyeshadow formula in a very long time, and I feel like I'd be curious to see how they've changed. So, first things first, I've been talking your ear off. I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Milani eyeshadow primer. Okay, eyes are all primed, so I think I'm going to be starting off with the Of Quartz palette, and I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here, CO. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's this lovely, very light, cool toned taupe shade. Okay, we're just gonna plop that in the crease. It looks a lot more gray on the eyes, which I'm not mad at. And I'm gonna bring this out all the way here. This is just a really light shade that I want to use as like a transition, because I want to make this super, super, super blended and smoky. Going out of our comfort zones today. And I'm gonna take that on the under eyes as well, quite messily. I should be using a smaller brush for this, but we're living on the wild side today. Okay, that blended on pretty damn easily. Really happy with that. Now I think now to kind of deepen things up a little bit, I'm gonna hop into the Darth Vader palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Battle Station right here. It's kind of more of like a deeper cool toned taupe. I'm just gonna deepen things up. Oh, that's pigmented. I'm gonna wing it out as well. And smoke that on my lower lash line. I am getting a little bit of fallout on my cheeks right here, but I don't really mind too much because I think I can just whisk that away. Let's actually test if I can do that. Yep, whisked away really nicely. Okay, I really like that shade a lot actually. That is a really deep shade. It looks a lot deeper on my eyes than it does in the pan. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in to that first shade we used from Quartz, just to blend out the edges a bit. Kind of make it mesh into my skin a little bit more. I'm gonna take a bit more of Battle Station, just to kind of even out the shape a bit. These mattes are blending lovely, I must say. Really, really lovely. Like, I don't see any patching issues so far. I will say that there is a lot of kick up in the pan for that one shade right here. You'd probably be able to see that on camera, hopefully. And there wasn't that much kick up in this palette right here. Granted, we only used that shade in the center, in the top row. That is something to keep in mind. Now, do I want to go in with a dark charcoal gray or a black? Okay, so let me look at these two palettes, because we have the shade The Empire in the Darth Vader palette, and we also have the shade Opaque in Quartz. I'm actually going to swatch them next to each other to see which one's deeper, because I want to use the deeper shade. The top swatch is from the Darth Vader palette, and the bottom one is Quartz. The Darth Vader one definitely is more of a grey, and the Quartz one is definitely more of like a charcoal black. I wouldn't call it a true black, it's definitely more of a greyish black. So I think I'm going to be using the Quartz colour, so we're going to go into Opaque right here. I'm going to use the same brush that I used the Battle Station shade, just so it kind of meshes together a bit. There is quite a bit of kick up in the pan, I will say. So let's hope there's no fallout on the face. Well, there probably will be, but maybe not an extreme amount. I'm gonna go super careful with this because I rarely work with black eyeshadow or like any grays, so I want to make sure that I don't screw this. This is very uncharted territory for me right now. I'm gonna bring that on the lower lash line, just on the outer edge. Okay, that is really, really cool. Really cool. I'm going to take that first brush that we used with no additional product and just fluff things out a little bit. Okay, I quite like that. That is very, very saturated. Just gonna make sure it's really, really dark. Right on the outer V. Oh, I feel really cool. Part of me kind of wants to keep this all matte, like kind of put that initial first shade on my lid and kind of call it a day. But I do want to use some of the shimmers though, and I do want to use the Super Shock. I do want to keep it all matte though, because I think that'll look really, really striking and cool. I might swatch some of these shimmers real quick, because I do want to see them. So I'm going to swatch the middle row right here, because I feel like that shade's going to be going on my inner corners, so I don't really feel like swatching that. So we're going to swatch Transform, Ore, and Magmatic. I feel like that middle shade Ore is slightly, I mean, they feel really nice in the pan. They feel really creamy. It's slightly less metallic than the other two shades. So we have Transform or Magmatic. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see. Ooh, okay, that bottom shade, Magmatic, that one is nice. The other two, they are metallic, but like, not that intense to me. Like, I feel like that ore shade, especially that center one, I mean, these swatches are really dodgy, but I feel like that center shade could be a bit more foiled and metallic. Do I really want to use any of those on my lid today though? I don't really want to. Let's swatch a couple of the metallics from the Darth Vader palette. So the metallics that I would use for this look would be Gone Galactic or Death Star, so let's swatch those. I will say these metallics feel a lot creamier, like these two, than the of Quartz. So we have Gone Galactic and we have Death Star. I am so sorry, these swatches are absolutely atrocious. That Gone Galactic shade, let me try and smooth that out. There was so much on my finger on that one. Crumbly makes it sound bad, but you can see in the pan when I swatched it, it's quite like loose, which I don't mind. I quite like a crumblier metallic as long as it's not crumbly on my eyes. So those are all like the neutrally metallic swatched out. I don't know if I want to use any of those. Like, they're all objectively pretty shades, but I don't think any of them are the vibe that I want. Like, I would use Death Star on my lid, but then I think it would be a little bit too dark and I want a bit of a balance. We also do have the Super Shock and Ritz, so let me actually swatch that one out because I think this is gonna go on my lid. And I haven't swatched this yet either, so I love the Super Shock formula. It is so saucy. So I'm gonna swatch that right here on my other hand. It's just a sheer taupe, like with silver sparkles in it. I love that. So now that we've had a cheeky swatch fest, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna put that first transition shade that I used on my lid. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into that shade CO from the Of Quartz palette. Maybe I don't want to put Ritz on my lid. I think I might just put Ritz on the inner corner. Because I like this effect right now. That does pack on really nicely. And it's really bright, actually. Really, really bright. Oh, I like it. I like it. I kind of also want to be cheeky and use I Am the Master. I want to use a little bit of this somewhere. And I was thinking about putting this on the lower lash line, like right on the center part right here. It might look like I have an eye infection. I'm gonna do that right now. It can either look really good or really atrocious, and I am willing to take that risk. So I'm taking a little bit of I Am the Master on this pencil brush, and I'm not wetting it, so we'll see how this applies. And there's also no glitter glue on my under eyes, so. I mean, this shade is not super sparkly, in all honesty. It's kind of more of like a... I wouldn't quite call it a satin, because satins you could probably get away with using as like a crease color. It's definitely a metallic, it's just not like... I have very high standards for metallics. I think if I put on the inner corner, then I will like it. So I'm gonna go in with Ritz right here. I'm gonna take that on my favorite inner corner brush, which is from a old ass Real Techniques set. Genuinely, I have used this brush for years. And we're just gonna plop that. Ooh. Ooh, I like it, I like it. And because the base is sheer, it looks so cool layered on top. Now I think that's most of the eye look done. Now I could use Sunnyvale in my waterline, but I kind of want to use a black. I kind of want to keep the theme going, but I do want to at least try to attempt to use Sunnyvale. I'll just put it out here. Nah, it doesn't really suit. I do really enjoy the cream gel liner formula from Colourpop, but I think with this look, I'm gonna go in with my black eye pencil. This is from Linda Hellberg Cosmetics. This is Black Core. And actually, I need to get a red eye pencil. Where's my red eye pencil? It's all the way over there, and Molly's sitting on me. Oh, damn it. Okay, I'm actually going to just finish up like the lips and everything, and then we shall continue. So I'm quickly gonna wipe off this current lip balm. I will say, feels really, really nice. The color is really pretty, it's still there, but the taste has dissipated slightly, but it's still quite strong. So for my lips, I'm gonna try the French Kiss Glossy Lip Stain in Sugar Snap. This is more of a warm toned color, so I think I do wanna try it for the video, but I might change it for the backup lipstick that I have because this color might not suit, so. Oh, whoa. That is liquidy. It's definitely not gonna work for this look, but it does feel really nice on the lips. It feels really hydrating, really, really, really liquidy, but it's kind of like staying put. I don't think I have a lip formula quite like this. Like, I feel like I thought this was gonna be similar to the Odin's Eye, what are they called? The cream lip stains. Those don't really stain, to be honest. They're more of a gloss. I thought they were gonna feel like that, but this is super thin. Like, still pretty glossy on the lips. Not overtly so, but really, really thin. But really nice, not oily. They still have a bit of like it feels like they're not gonna move, you know what I mean? I like this color a lot, but with this look, I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, I did wipe that off and it did leave a stain. It's really cute though, I will say. That's a nice stain. I feel like if you left it on your lips for longer, it would definitely stain a bit more, but I am going to apply instead the Blackmoon Sinister Satin lipstick in the shade Elm Street, and oh yeah, we're going there. We're going there. I brought this as my backup because I thought maybe I wanted to have something super dark on the lips to match. Okay, I probably cut most of that out because getting a precise lip line with a super dark lip takes bloody forever. So I'm just gonna finish up the eyes, put the red eyeliner in my like inner portion of the waterline, put on some mascara, and yeah, maybe a little bit of blush, and I will be right back to talk about the look. Okay, so I have finished up the look. If you're curious about what I used for the rest of my face, for mascara, I used the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. For the red in my waterline, I used the Linda Hallberg Mood Crayon in Anger Mood. For my cheeks, I'm using the Milani Baked Blush in Sunset Passion. And for my highlight, I actually used a shade from Of Quartz. I actually used Mind Grains as my face highlight today, just quite like lightly, because I just wanted to have something a bit subtle. I feel like if I sprayed my brush with this shade, it would be a bitchin' highlight. I really, really like it. This is so, so different from me. I don't think I've ever done a look quite like this. It feels both really like nostalgic to me, kind of gives me like early 2000s vibes, only in the sense that like I remember seeing so many like quads of like grays and blacks, but I feel really cool. I feel like I could stomp on somebody. I am pleasantly surprised with what I have tried today. I knew that I would like the cream gel liner formula, and unfortunately I didn't use this today only because it didn't really suit with the look. The Ritz eyeshadow, I am super, super impressed with. This is so stunning. Like, I understand why this is such like a popular shade, because on my inner corners, it is so beaming. It's so sparkly. It does have kind of that like beige base, but it is so sheer that it could work for like anything else. I feel like this is gonna be so heavily used in my collection, I can already tell ya. The lip products, I'll say, little bit disappointed in the color of this. I thought it would be a little bit more brown and a bit deeper on my lips. Maybe it will, I didn't let it sit on my lips for that long. Color, it is pretty, but it's not the color that I was expecting like in the tube. The formula, very, very unique to me. It's super, super liquidy, very watery, not oily at all, and it still does have a bit of like, it feels like it won't like just slide off your lips immediately. The gloss, like the glossy effect is really pretty too. I'm curious to try this out a bit more. It feels really hydrating as well. I definitely want to do a look where I can actually feature the lip products a bit more because I just kind of tried them on in this video. The glowing lip balm, I love the shade, very pretty shade, very moisturizing the lips, really hydrating as well. The only con is the taste. It has a very, very strong taste to it. All right, let's talk about the palettes now. I am really happy with these palettes, in all honesty. I love the color stories. Again, very unique to my collection. The matte formula in both of these is really, really wonderful. I find that the Darth Vader palette, these mattes, and also the shimmers are a little bit more crumbly, a little bit powdery as well, a bit more powdery than of Quartz. But that doesn't really put me off that much. As long as they blend nicely and they're pigmented on my eyes, I don't really mind if they're super powdery. I prefer a powdery matte. I am the master. Red shimmers are really hard to get right. I don't think I've ever tried a red metallic that I've been impressed with. And now that it's on my under eyes, like, I'm looking at it and it's nice. It's just pretty. The shimmer is just not that intense. But it is a red shimmer. I do have to consider that in mind. It's hard to make red shimmers intense, but, you know, I wish it was more intense. And the actual shimmers, from swatching, quite disappointed in, or it's just quite a dull shimmer to me. I mean, it's like a standard metallic, but like I said, I have pretty high standards. Transform is pretty. This shade right here, Rock On, it is a, it's one of their sequin shadows. So it's basically like a grayish black matte with a bunch of shimmer in it. I don't like shimmers like that. I hate sequin shadows, so I highly doubt I'll ever use that shade. I will say the shimmers in the Darth Vader palette from swatching, and I do like that they include a Super Shock shadow in here, much better. This one down here, Dark Side, is kind of a sequin shade as well, but this one is really, really, really saturated, so I feel like I could get away with using this like as an outer corner color. I feel like I'd be able to like knock off some of the red shimmer in here. The other shade, Rock On, of Quartz, I don't think you'll be able to. I think the shimmer is too suspended in the matte formula. Of course, this is just a first impression try on, so I can't give you full reviews, but that's my initial thoughts so far. I will keep you updated, be it in a 3 Looks 1 Palette Plus review video with either one of these, or in kind of like an update video, like a PR roundup review maybe I'll do. But so far, I'm pretty content with these palettes. A little bit disappointed in the shimmers in this one, but the mattes are really nice, the color stories are unique to me, and yeah. I'm quite happy to play around with these and have something new to my collection. Like, the color stories are probably the most inspiring part to me. Now, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know, have you tried these Colourpop products? What are your thoughts on them? If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's Beauty by Skye right here. I post all of my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. If you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Rain Cloud Candles Co. We are a small queer-owned business based in the UK and we make handmade candles. The link to shop will be down below along with our social media if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here, and as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!